Live. All right. All right, guys. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is the Purple Chair Talks with Adiola and Ike. And I hope you've watched the first episode.
Yes.
This is the second episode, right? And are you ready now?
Yeah, we took a breather, but of course that's why it's like the frame is different.
And so if you have not watched the first episode,
Should I do the intro? Should I do the welcome back?
I did.
Watch and learn.
All right.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Purple Chair Talks with Ike. I wanted to say Ike, but no, this is Ike and Adiola Osoka.
Yeah.
And of course, we know you've seen the first episode, so if you haven't, we'll be. What are you?
Don't push me down.
So yeah,
I'm already away. Don't hold me tight.
Okay. So we took this. There should be like another extra chair.
Continue, but it's still tape.
So we took like a breather, so we're back and better with more gist for you, sharing our story.
Yeah.
And you want to cut my hand. Sharing, let me put you. Sharing our story and how we made it through quite a number of things. Some we have highlighted in the first episode. Okay, let's just have a quick recap. Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Okay. Last episode, or previously, we talked about how when we found out we were pregnant, how it was, how it took the news, how it was for her, and we also talked about long distance marriage, how how it didn't really work for us, and how we don't recommend it.
Yes.
And so continuing the pregnancy journey, we're now going to talk about accepting. The last episode we talked about the fact that we're not really ready for the child.
Yes.
And so now we're going to talk about accepting this reality that we are now pregnant and we are expecting a human being into our home.
A human being. No.
So
with us needing care ourselves, it was a lot.
Yes.
To know that.
So
okay, what did you ask? How it was?
How difficult or easy was it for you to accept this reality now that we've known?
Okay, I'll be honest, it wasn't even. Hey, this story it matter long.
It's really long.
Let me just tell you, it matter long.
Let's just make it short.
Let's make it short.
We don't have a 1 hour episode.
Yeah, because it wasn't the easiest to accept, I'll be honest, and the typical human thoughts came to my mind where you're like, okay, because in the conversation we had, after the talk we had, okay, he tried to encourage us both, and
nobody to encourage me, but
no,
God encouraged me.
So he tried to encourage us to let's just do this, while of course dealing with his own feelings and all of that. And typical woman thought, like I said, was like, the phrase usually is we are pregnant. But typically, are we really pregnant, or I am pregnant? So it was like there was a little hint of I'm sorry, but I'll confess, a little bit of resentment, a little bit.
I say it was little because I think it was quite much.
Maybe a handful, last price, handful of resentments, because it was like, you're going to go on living your own life while I'm going to be stuck being pregnant. And so everybody was going to for a few days, not for a few weeks. 9 full months.
9 freaking months, man.
So I was just thinking in the light of, because of course you start the year with great plans, you have things written out.
2023 goals. I had my goals written down.
When they say it in church, this
and
year
the
is
child
your
was
year.
not even in the list.
When they say this year is your year, you're like, yes, this is. So of course I had my own plans for the year, and then it felt like, I wanted to say out of nowhere. What's seen as no pregnancy really comes out of nowhere. You did something that brought pregnancy upon you. Seeing how no pregnancy actually does come from out of nowhere. So of course your actions had consequences. So I was just feeling like, this was not in the plan. I wanted to take some career goals, some is it go. Career leaps.
Yeah.
Make some changes in
Me
my
too.
life. Just a general
You're even doing a course that
renovation.
time.
Yeah, I was taking a course,
Product design course.
and not like it should have stopped me, but it just kind of unsettled a number of things. And while we'll get back to you. I would ask you the same thing. So how it was for you? So it was a lot to accept. Okay, so having shared my own side of our story, I'd like to ask him now how it was for you.
Who is it? Ask me now.
Me? I'd like to ask Mr. O how it was for you.
All right.
So how was it for you?
So so I was just asking myself, okay, how do I relate with my wife now, really? How do I plan for the year now? How do I adjust my plans? There were so many questions in my head, really, and it was hard to accept. Like, I think, I was just like thinking of so many things, like, how is our marriage going to be going forward now, really?
You were even taking a course that time.
Yeah, I was taking a course. Yeah, thank you. I was taking a course at Ebony Life Creative Academy. Right.
For the second time.
For the second time, yeah, I was taking a course.
Twice.
I was taking a course in directing for film, and it was an intense course, like intense, and I didn't really need all of this right now. So I was just thinking, okay, and I was in Lagos, she was in Ibadan. Like, how do I support her from here? What am I going to do? What's all this? How do we fund our new lifestyle now? So many, and I wasn't working.
I had to be doing everything for two.
Yes, because I have to think. I have to start planning for the baby, and also taking care of my wife.
Sure.
And I had paused work at that time because I was doing a course and all that.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot. Like,
Man.
God, talking about it now is a lot.
How did we make it through that phase?
So I think there was a little bit of conflict. That was like a cold conflict between us. Not really conflict, but we just needed clarity. Like,
yes,
it was just something was just not right anymore.
Yes.
Now that we knew that there was pregnancy now,
it was more like I said, a handful of resentment.
Yeah, she was beefing me that you don't be going about your life, be shooting film. Yeah, I'm carrying baby here. What am I going to do?
Oh my God.
And that resentment was kind of showing, was seeping in.
Yes.
So at that point, we now knew that we needed help.
Yeah.
We needed help, and we needed to go and seek counseling on how to navigate this journey now. So I think we now booked an appointment with our mentor, and Mr. Shopowara,
Coach Tuski.
God bless you now.
If you need wisdom for relationships,
marriage, dating,
anything,
just follow her first. Go on Facebook and follow her.
You can find her on all socials. Really.
Yeah.
Her wisdom is,
she's a wise woman. She's helped us right from when we're dating to this time, and that brings us to one of the important lessons that we have learned over the years, that you cannot. You can have a relationship without any mentorship, but you won't have the best from that relationship.
Actually,
if I thought the relationship even reaches its full potential, you will not have the best. Look for somebody that is wise and has gone through that journey.
Exactly.
Doesn't have to be a pastor. It could just be. It could even be somebody within your sphere that you admire the success in their relationship, and learn from them. Really, and that's what has helped us so far. Really.
Sure.
And that's what helped us in this time, man.
Yes,
so we saw her. And
she helped us put things in perspective. Now we can, at least that's a shared experience for both of us. So we kind of like got clarity. The first thing she said, or no, it was not the first thing she said. Okay, but she said many things. She said many things. But one of the things she said that helped me personally, I think maybe she.
I think it's the same thing that is in my head.
When she said that. She said, do we think that it's sex that brings children? That there are many people that are looking for, the gift that God has so graciously given us at that time, that have been having sex. People that, we hear those stories now, people that have been married 12 years, some 5, quite a number of years.
and they're looking for
they
people
really actually are begging, looking for this gift that we've been so graciously given. And so it was like
she was like you didn't have sex, so you're not pregnant because you had sex.
Yes,
you are pregnant because God has given you a child. And children are a gift from God.
I mean that
changed a lot of things. Like,
it made me take a step back and
say, wow, we've been so ungrateful.
Like so ungrateful.
So yeah, we kind of retraced our steps together.
Actually, and just like, okay, God, just forgive our humanity, and just like we're going to do better with this new information.
I think that counseling gave us strength to move on from there.
Yes.
And from then on, we started talking about, okay, thank you, Lord, for these gifts.
That was when we actually started taking active steps, you know, to okay, now we're pregnant. So yeah.
Let's plan.
Let's
talk about
Let's talk about it.
So they're addressing the elephant in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And
we started working together now, and then things things became easier. Things became easier from then on. I opened myself up to being pregnant. Opened myself up to receiving the support that I didn't know I needed, and clearly I'll be needing as the months went by. So I actually just, was a life-changing time for me.
Yeah, and so that really helped us, and we started to like plan for the future, talk about the future, talk about started getting into the excitement. Is he a boy? Is he a girl?
Yes.
I want a boy. I wanted a girl. She wanted a boy.
Yes.
And we just started talking about those things, and it became fun. We took that was when we went for a date, our first pregnancy.
Yes.
Was it before we found out we were?
No, we hadn't found out then.
Yeah.
It was part of the things.
Yeah. So at that point we went out, to just enjoy ourselves and just say, okay, let's go and celebrate this for real.
Yes.
We went to celebrate it. I think we have that video. We should play that video too.
Yes. Interesting. Yeah. I was wearing this exact.
It's just a weird.
I was wearing this exact.
So we had to just have fun, and it helped us to put things in perspective. We got excited about it. We didn't know how challenging it would be, but we were just excited, right? And so that brings us to one of the important things we would like to say, that when pregnancy comes, the most important thing is the support of you both have each other. The woman needs a lot of support, emotionally, physically, financially, and you can't but just give the support. Whether, as a man, it's you and God.
It's true, actually.
It's you and God, really, because
men, that side is though. Men need to. I don't know if we should just talk.
No, that's what I'm trying to talk now. I'm trying to say now that, I feel like men, give a lot of. I'm talking about men that are actually present.
Yeah.
Give a lot of emotional support, financial support. But how does a man get filled up? How do you fill up as you give more of yourself? How do you fill up?
Yeah.
That's why you need God. You need good relationships in your life, good friends, good mentorship, really. Because I don't think there's any other place you can get, because the woman is just thinking about her body is changing, things are happening in her body that are new to her. I don't think the woman will have time to start thinking of what you're thinking about or what's bothering you, really. I don't think so, except of course God gives her the extra grace. And you don't blame her, because the body changes a lot, the system changes, the routine change, things that she's used to changes.
Yeah, but it's also it's also important, even, of course, I know I did that sometimes, where I took a time out to actually check on you and all.
I'm not saying you did it, but
yes, I just wanted to take that here. The women too we should also take time away from
your whole pregnancy,
hogging the spotlight and leaving out the amazing men in our lives.
Amazing, amazing man.
Amazing. Amazing men.
Yeah, but she was also she made it easy for me. I mean, she made it easy. Like, she's a very understanding,
Okay, I'm not
very
going to be
understanding wife. We suffer.
I'm not going to suffer. I'm like, well, yeah, I was understanding.
But actually, when I like her, you have to be understanding as a man or as a woman, unless
as a human being.
as a woman being. But yes, she was. And I mean, I was also thinking, what's going to happen? Is she going to be vomiting? Is she going to be fat? What's going to happen? Those are my own personal thoughts, really. But I mean, the hottest pregnant woman ever.
I have
ever walked on the face of the earth.
evidence to prove. But it's not my doing. Actually, I don't think I know exactly what it was that helped me to kind of stay in shape. But I don't know. Gosh, I helped me.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put it that way. If I talk about any human thing I did, any human angle to it, I'd say I had a kind of workout life
before pregnancy.
So
yeah,
I was kind of.
So workout, right? When you work out, pregnancy will not mess you up. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know. I'm not a medical practitioner or anything. No, I'm just saying. That
makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds logical.
You know, before we talk too much, let's go now to the first trimester. How was first trimester like for you?
Thank you very much for that.
Should we do that now? Do that in the episode.
I think we should do some of it now.
Some of it now. Okay. How was first trimester?
Okay.
Do we really have first trimester?
Thank you so much for that.
Did you have first trimester? I didn't have a first trimester. Did you even know that first trimester had gone?
Thank you so much. I was going to get to that, but yeah, let me drop my mic. So I was going to get to that, and just like you know how they'd say, okay, I think it's actually not that they'd say you don't actually know you're pregnant until after the first period is missing. So you would need like give or take a month at least to be able to
ascertain that, right?
Ascertain that. As at the time I thought I was 8 weeks pregnant. When we thought we were 8 weeks pregnant, I was already 14 weeks gone. 14 weeks and 2 days.
14 weeks and 2 days.
We'll find that out at the very first scan.
Very first scan we did.
So. Yeah. But yes, just giving a general gist about how the first trimester was for me. Boy, was it something. It was one for the books. It was wild, because I mean I'd maybe for vanity's sake I'd have him insert a picture. Would insert a picture of when I was pregnant, like I think in February, my birthday in February. Yeah, I was pregnant then, and I was a hot tea. We hadn't found out then. No, I hadn't found out then that I was pregnant. I didn't even know I was pregnant. I remember having this weird craving for ice block.
Yeah.
Chewing ice.
Yeah.
Ice. And the interesting part of it was that I didn't catch a cold at any point. It's a
just
miracle.
Wanted cold drink, ice block. Chewing blocks.
You said the fridge in my house then was bad.
Yes.
So I had to, but so that I would still get, eat my cake and have it.
Or eat your block and have it.
Eat my and at work then, I'd make sure to have water in the fridge at work, frozen the day before, so that when I come in the morning, I would have my eyes waiting for me.
Early morning.
That's the first thing I do when I get to work. It was wild. I was just looking at myself. I used to be a wonder to myself, that first trimester. So I think another thing that it was a change for me was my heightened sense of smell.
Yeah.
Like I could smell bad behavior. That's how it was.
She could smell problems.
I could smell things like perfumes, people's natural body odors. And just smells generally just put me off. It made me nauseous.
I couldn't use perfume when I was around her.
For what now?
When I come and I have my bath, I will just go like that the way I am. Thank God that we don't really have body odor, at least as much as I know.
So yeah, and what other thing again? the whole memory is kind
Taste
of
buds.
foggy now. Yes, thank you. My taste buds were just something else. It was metallic.
Could not impress her with
The
cooking.
things, the things that I would eat and just we all used to have these go-to foods. Things that when you even don't know what to eat, if you just get this food, at least you know that now my guy with this.
No go for my hand.
No go for my hand. Nothing. I think nothing I ate.
Nothing to impress you.
I was hard to impress. I mean, food critic.
And that was good for me too, because I mean there was no baby, I feel like eating. I feel like eating. She didn't feel like eating nothing. I was begging her to do everything.
I didn't feel like eating anything. Yes, my appetite too was at an all-time low. I had to eat just because
just to stay alive.
Just to stay alive, and because now I was eating for not just myself. So that was it. So over to you, sir.
So first trimester for me was of course I wasn't with her fully. I was like visiting every other week. I was visiting her every other week. So
visiting husband.
Yeah. So as I said before, I was in school that time, in film school, for a second course on directing, and I was also planning my project alongside, and I was thinking about so many things. So it was the first trimester period for me was basically like a time to pray more, having realized that I'm about to be a father for real, no jokes, like somebody's about to look up to me in this life. I had to start praying more, reading more. I was just googling things, how to support your pregnant wife, how to be there for your pregnant wife, what not to say, what not to do, how to be a supportive husband during pregnancy. I also started to plan for her to come to Lagos because I knew that
living together was a no-brainer.
I mean, has become urgent really. So that was it for me. It was a lot of mental and emotional roller coaster for me first trimester too, and that's what I keep saying, that first trimester is a new journey for both parents, for the man and for the woman, and that is why it's important for the least you can do for each other is to support each other. Actually. Because you are both going through a new process, and nobody wants to stress each other at that point really. I mean the body's already stressed. Our body's already stressing her, so to speak. When I say stressing her, I mean of course. And your mind is already stressing you as a new father, so you want to just be supportive of each other really. And I think that's basically it for me for first trimester. And I feel like
yes, so that's that's the main goal for why we started this particular YouTube channel, so that we can lend our voice to the plenty information that's available, hoping that someone out there might just see this and it will help them in navigating with this particular phase of their own lives. And if you have similar experiences or your own experiences, by all means feel free to engage and leave your comments. And
I feel like also many people share their experiences online really. And it's never too much, because somebody else's experience is like a classroom for you when you're going on that journey. Exactly. So by the time you get to that place, it demystifies it, right? So I don't think I've ever really read or seen any content that talks about the mental process of a man when the wife gets pregnant. That's true. So I mean, all these things prepares everybody, and I hope it helps you. And if you have your own experience you want to share, put it in the comment section, and let's connect with each other on our shared experiences. Exactly. And the next episode we're going to talk about other things.
Being single and married, pregnant, and in our 6th month,
living with a pregnant woman.
You don't want to miss that.
And that's an interesting one. So I mean, having to what it felt like living together for real,
for the first time.
Not just living together now with somebody who was basically your girlfriend before. Now pregnant in your house. It's a lot. I felt like Joseph in the Bible. Marrying a pregnant woman. I mean that man went through a lot. I mean, marrying a pregnant woman. That's a movie.
Marrying Mary.
Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.
If you haven't by now, come on.
Just subscribe.
I mean, look at now. You want to see these faces. You want to hear?
I think you should want to. Subscribe, please, and see you next episode.
Exactly. Until then,
bye.
Hospital.
Oh. 20 weeks. Huh? Female. Oh, that's why you get a new camera. Let's see how I want to see for this place. Whoa. I felt it.
You felt what?
I get this game. This stress don't be turn to get stress. 20 weeks.